Hey guys, how's it going? Markel here, back with another video. So I have a comment that was left and I want to reply to this comment. This is someone who's here and they had a question about finding a doctor. So I'm going to read the question, a section at a time, follow up with an answer, the best answer I can give, and go from there. Okay? So it says, hello Markel, my question is, how do you get assigned a primary care provider in Colombia? Okay, so I'm going through the third-party service here called H like Henry, C like Charlie, A like Alpha clinic in Sabaneta. Okay, I have several videos on that, and I will pin one of the videos in the comment section below where you can get the phone number if you would like to try them. Now, let me be absolutely clear. They are a third-party service. I don't care if you're in Panama. I don't care if you're in the DR. I don't care if you're here in Colombia. I don't care whatever country you're in outside of Manila, outside of the U.S. territories, and outside of the U.S. The U.S. government has no affiliation with the service here, the service in Panama, the service in the DR. Please understand that. Do not go back home and tell your buddies, man, they got a VA in the DR. That's not your U.S. government. In those countries, they can call it Veterans Affairs. They can call it anything they want. They have no affiliation with our U.S. government. Basically meaning this. If you elect to have surgery, they botched the surgery, our U.S. government has nothing to do with it. The only thing they did was authorize the surgery because that's where you decided to go. They didn't tell you to go there. You went there, okay? Please understand that. So don't let someone fool you because they worked at the VA, because they were raiders at the VA for 20 years. If they got a hookup to get you 100%, great. But know who they are. They're a company that's in business to make money. Now, I'm sure they're not there to try to harm you or do anything to you intentionally, but I need you guys to understand that clearly. That is not your U.S. government. I don't care what name, what flag, speak perfect English, tell you everything about the VA. All that's well and fine. But that's not your government. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, it says, I applied for FMP and I have TRICARE overseas. Okay, TRICARE I'm out of the loop on. I haven't had TRICARE for many, many years. Now, FMP should have sent you back a form what all your service connections are, and in that form that they sent you back, they explain to you what you can be seen for that they will pay for, which is all your service connections only. If you only got one service connection, say it's for PTSD, then that's all they're going to pay for. Everything else that you get here, you pay for out of pocket. In the States, you wouldn't at 100. I think it's what, 50% now or something lower, where if you go to the VA, you can go for anything and they're not going to charge you anything for it unless you have health insurance. Now, that's going to be a whole different discussion that I'll bring up with someone going to the emergency room. I remember I did this video maybe a couple years ago, and they got charged where they thought it was free through the VA. Not when you have health insurance. But anyway, I digress. FMP should give you the information of what you're service connected for and what you can be seen for here. Then it says, I assume that all Colombian doctors are out of network providers. That I don't know. Okay. If you want to call TRICARE and see, but my advice to any of you living outside the U.S. and you're trying to find information out, your biggest source of information is the U.S. Embassy. The U.S. Embassy is there for more than just replacing passports, providing you with information when you go to jail. The U.S. Embassy has damn near all the answers to the questions you all have, like this one. You're looking for a provider. If you don't want to use HCA, you want to go find your own doctor, go to the embassy's website. Go to the search engine. Medical doctors in Medellin. Every doctor that's listed, boom, name, phone number, everything is going to come up. You want to know where to pay to take a PCR test and you in some small town out in the boonies, go to the U.S. Embassy website. Type in where you are and what you're looking for. PCR test. Boom. Every last PCR test within the county or whatever area you're in is going to come right up. So you don't have to pay somebody to tell you information that is free because they're trying to make a side hustle, because where you think they get the information from? The embassy. These people don't just magically know because they're in the country. If somebody asks me, man, where can I get a PCR test in Medellin? Go to the U.S. Embassy, type in you need PCR test in Medellin. All of them gonna come up. Your biggest source, ladies and gentlemen, of information outside of the U.S. You need help, your U.S. Embassy. Okay. Let's see. You overdue for a physical. Okay, finally, no, I can't recommend any doctor because like I said, I see the HCA here. If it's something that they're doing or they're trying to provide me with a medication I'm not familiar with, I'm still seeing my primary care doctor, my psychiatrist still in Phoenix, okay? And I see them through telehealth. So I'm gonna keep that relationship because if it's something I'm not too sure about here that they wanna change drastically, I run it by them. And if they say, well, I'm not sure about that, I leave it alone. Or if they say, oh yeah, that should be fine, there's no problem with that, I roll with it. That's how I do it. And that keeps them in the loop of what I'm doing, and it keeps it all when they write down my records of what I'm doing. Now, when it comes to your records and you're getting service here through FMP, your records goes to the embassy. Then when you put in a claim or whatever you're doing, as long as they know where you are, it'll go to the right department and they'll know where to look for it. That's why it's not good to try to live somewhere and sneak and say you're in the US, because when it comes time to getting help, you may not be with the right department. And that department is not going to try to take the time to find your records at the embassy because you're telling them you're in the States. All this kind of ties hand in hand, ladies and gentlemen. You need to be honest with these people and let them know where you are. You don't need to make up stuff and try to sneak to be somewhere you shouldn't be. Just be honest and things will work out the way they're supposed to. But to answer your 3 questions one last time, I get seen at HCA in Sabaneta. I make the choice of whether or not I'm agreeing with what the doctor wants to do, what the psychiatrist wants to do, or the physical therapist. I'm in control of my health care. If I decide I don't want to see them no more, I don't have to see them no more. If I decide I only want to see telehealth, then that's who I see. And that is another option for you. I don't know when the last time you've been seen in the States, but if you've been seen within the last 2 years, you can go right back to the same VA, let them know where you are, and let them know you want to do a appointment through telehealth. If it's been within the last 2 years, if it's been more than 2 years, and you still want to go do an appointment in telehealth with a VA in the States, you got to contact that VA, let them know where you are, let them know you want to do it through telehealth, and they will set up an appointment. There's a little bit you got to go through. There's a form you got to fill out, but that's another way to do it if you just want to do it through them and you don't want to mess with anyone here at all. Okay, that's another way to do it. You can do it that way as well and go pick up your medications at the pharmacy here. Pay for all your medications, get that list, send it off to FMP and get reimbursed. Now, the timetable that it takes for FMP to pay you back, it's going to be depend wildly. The one time I had to send in information to FMP, they paid me back. It took 2 months and they sent a check. Now, before somebody goes crazy, like, why would they send you a check instead of sending a direct deposit? That's how they pay. Now, almost everybody has a cell phone and they use their banking app. Your banking app accepts checks. So them sending me a check wasn't that big a deal. Send me the check, uploaded it through my banking app, boom, got my money, voided the check, destroyed it, threw it away, done, okay? Hopefully this information helps you guys out. So for anyone who's living overseas, your #1 resource is the US government, period, point blank. The embassy has way more information than a lot of people are even aware of. Do not come here and pay somebody for something that they just went on the embassy's website and found that you paying them $20, $50, $100 for the same information you just get online and look up. You can look it up on your phone or you can call them. But don't come here, man. This is like basic travel 101. Okay? Your embassy is the first place you should start for information. Real talk. That's where you should start. All right, guys. So that's it for this video. I appreciate everybody watching as always. Until the next time, guys.